time.
Hey, Amir, how you doing?
Please subscribe to sharonatsea channel. Thank you.
Good morning, Sharon.
Good morning.
Good morning, everyone. Is it morning or is it afternoon for you guys? I think some of you are the afternoon.
It's morning here.
It's definitely morning here. This is about the earliest we've been up ever doing a live. Have we ever done a live stream before 10 a.m. Our time, Arizona time?
I don't think so.
Is this a first for us?
Yeah.
All
And,
right.
and I mean, 10's not really that early, but it feels really early for us.
It does. Let me see. Let me see how we look. Do we look super red faced? I'm a little dark, and my face is a little red, but that's just because it is a little red. You look gorgeous as usual, so I can see exactly how we look there. I hope you can hear us. I hope you can see us. Let us know if we're coming in loud and clear, because we wanted to go live here on a Saturday for a couple of reasons. Sharon, tell them all the reasons.
Well,
do you know the reasons, or because I just made that up?
I know the main reason was because Jamie had something Monday. I think that.
I do have something Monday.
And it was
Monday night is a big fantasy football draft night, if you must know.
And it was.
If you must know.
We're going live every other week now, and this would have been our Monday. So, and Jamie's like, "Oh, I have a fantasy football draft."
That's
so
right.
we're like, "Well, we'll go live on the weekend before that."
You are absolutely right, Sharon. That's the deal.
And we had some fun news to announce.
You're right. You're right. The thing that we're announcing today is something that has been talked about for a little bit. It's been asked for, sort of, and we just figured this was a great time to announce something, and so we're gonna get to that in a few minutes. Hold on, let's see if we can get a few folks in here. I know it's not going to be a usual crowd. It's a weird Saturday. I don't know what people are doing. They're mowing the lawn. Oh wait, that's John from the Ship Show. He's probably mowing his lawn.
Some people work on Saturday too.
That's right. But I already saw some new names in the chat, which is pretty awesome. I see Christina B. I haven't seen Christina B in a little while, so that's cool. I see some of the old culprits. Nautical Nurse Nancy's here. Hello, Nancy. How are you? I got the word from Leanne is still unpacking, setting up her Italian-style kitchen in Florida, so she's very busy. But Nancy's here holding on the fort. Thank you, Nancy. We love you.
Nancy.
The NJ Cruiser's in the house. I see you. Just some new names I'm seeing here. Linda D. Hello, hello. Janine Croteau is here. Charles Hahn is here. He just got back from a fun trip.
Yeah.
So that was awesome. Thanks for sharing all that.
Pictures, Charles.
Grandma Lady Sims in the house. Hello. That's a new name. The Recon 1A. That's right. Yes, we do not do daylight saving time. We're either Pacific or Mountain, depending on how you look at it. But we don't change. Everyone else does. That's because we're special. I think that's exactly why. Sharon, do you have a? You know what we do? I think we have to get our refreshments going on. It is brunch, is it not?
I guess it is.
Is it time for brunch, Sharon?
I guess it is.
And when you have brunch, what must you have? You must have one of these. And when you have brunch, folks, just a little something. Let me see. I just don't want to. All right, let me get you set up here. Sharon, please go ahead and give me that little that cup of yours. Give me that glass. What, are you hiding it over there? Don't be hiding it there, girl.
Well, no, you handed it to me, so I.
All right, so let me put a little bit.
Put it over on my side.
Yes, just so you know, that is champagne. Look, it's fizzing. It really is. It's sparkling. Okay, there's no fraudulent activity here. For the mimosas. I hope you guys have your Bloody Marys or mimosas. It's early in the day. I think Sharon prefers like a 50-50 mix. I think that's probably right up your alley.
Okay.
Okay. Now I know many of you who follow the channel, you roll a little bit differently. You prefer something that looks a little more like. Let me just let that sit for a second here. I know we're gonna get to the announcement. We're just warming up with you guys. We're just getting to where we want to be here. Sharon, talk while I just finish up this.
I was just trying to look at. You don't have the comments up here, so I was trying to look at them on my phone.
Oh my gosh, you're right. Hold on. Let me do
I
that.
can't
I
see
just wanted to see. Let me go. Okay, this, my friend, is if you make your mimosa like this.
Oh, jeez.
You got to let me know if that's how. Is your mimosa more like Sharon's or more like Matthew's? Sharon, toast to you.
Okay.
It's not often that we do something like this, but it's a brunch. That's delicious. Thank you for joining us this early in the morning, everybody. I know oh my God, I can't believe it. There's like 197 people here already. That's crazy.
Oh, wow.
I was not expecting that for Saturday morning. Let's jump into the chat and see what everybody's chatting about here real quick before we make this announcement. Now you saw
My phone's freezing up here.
if you think that my announcement or our announcement is that there's more football on Carnival ships going forward, that's not what it is. That was a video from yesterday that I felt that I just had to put it out because it's very appropriate for us.
All you.
So, Debbie Rains likes my mimosas. Lalito Loca is in the house. Holy cow. Speaking of huge announcements, I wonder what they're doing here. I made it seem like people would think our announcement had to do with them. Has nothing to do with them. Just they're there. They're here. What's going on, guys? Tony, Jenny, our sister and brother from another mother. How are you guys doing? Lovely to see you. They had a recent announcement. Congratulations to those guys. Big things on the horizon. And so that's very cool. So glad to hear about that. Let's see. Who else is in the house here? Shane, I see you. Hadn't seen you in a little bit. Beth Ullinger is here because she doesn't have to work tonight. That's pretty cool. Linda Perryman, hello. Nice. More like Sharon's, but less alcohol for Pam S on the mimosas. I'll take either, said Heidi Leskin.
Less than mine?
Shayna Reed will take a dark and stormy. That's pretty good. I've learned to enjoy morning mimosas on a cruise, especially on a girls' cruise, said Awful Nurse Nancy. Yeah. I know you and Sharon will be putting together your girls' mimosa morning with your big fluffy hats.
Have to do those again.
Things to do today. I'm drinking Sprite, said Mary Ellen Dillon. Sure you are. We believe you, Mary Ellen. We believe you. Don't you worry about that. What's brunch without champagne and strawberry top Belgian waffles? You've got our attention right there. And J. Cruiser, very nice.
That'd be the perfect breakfast.
That would be. Lalito Lucas to Sharonatsea, miss you guys. That is so sweet. Okay, hold on. I got to timestamp this thing so that I can see where we're at in the chat here. I don't want to get too far behind. Let's see. I'll have my mimosa with whiskey, please, said Roger Johnstone. Roger, Wendy, good to see you guys. Let's see. Nice Saturday surprise. Dylan Seaman, what's going on, buddy? Hope all is well. Matthew Bell, we're currently sitting in a hotel room waiting for the shuttle to Discovery Princess. You guys are great. Thanks for the videos. Go Chargers. Yes. My new favorite follower right there, Matthew Bell with Go Chargers. We love it. John and Diamond in the house. Hello. All right, Sharon, are you ready to get to this? You want to just get to the bottom of it? Or do you want to sit here for an hour and wait till like the 55th minute and then tell people? No, they don't want it. Nobody wants that. I will stick with the coffee in my hands. Mr. Z, that's okay. Listen, Mr. Z, do me a favor. Just roll over and give Lindy Lou a little kiss for me on the cheek, will you? I can't sing to her like John does, but, I'll do my best. Let's see. Beverly Juke is here. Hello. My husband just got off Utopia yesterday. It was fun. 4-night cruise. That sounds great.
Nice.
Very, very nice, Beverly. But hold on. If your husband my husband and I just got off.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I get it. All right. So let's see. Let's get right into it, Sharon. What is it that we came here to announce this morning that we're very excited about? Build it up a little bit for me. Let's talk a little bit about it.
Well, over the summer, we were on the Norwegian Prima, and we went to Europe, Iceland, Norway, some other ports. Anyways, we had a great group cruise. People really enjoyed it, and we've had a lot of interest in going on another one to Europe. So we decided to put together one for 2026. And after kind of just getting a little input from a few people that were on the other one and just other people from comments, everyone seemed to be interested in the Greek Isles, like Greece, Rome, or like Italy. So we kind of went with that one. It was between two. I had two that are my next couple bucket list cruises, and that was that one and one that went to Portugal. So, we actually booked both of those, but the one that is actually the group cruise is going to be the one that goes.
Hold on, do you want to show there's a picture, there's an image.
It goes to the
Dun, 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 dun. Hold on, Sharon. So what are you saying? Okay. Are we announcing a huge group cruise?
Yeah.
So, is that what we're talking about here?
Yeah.
An unbelievable summer of when? Summer of
26.
Summer of 2026. That's what we got going on.
The itineraries just came out yesterday. I was waiting for some more itineraries to come out because I had looked at other cruise lines that had their itineraries out already, but I just wanted to hold off till more came out so I could see which one had the best itinerary. And for what we were looking for, to be honest, none of them quite fit exactly what we wanted, but this was the closest to it. So we went with this one. And
Are you ready?
this cruise line works well, kind of groups. And
This
for
cruise
groups.
line has proven to be fantastic for
Yeah.
groups.
Yeah. Maybe
so-
not huge groups, but for for a trip like this, it worked out really well for us last time. So we're excited to go
And
back.
for a destination like we're going to go to, not all ships are going to be eligible to go there. Right? I mean, I mean, some of the huge, massive mega ships are just not going there. And when you
yeah,
look
there's
when you
some
look
of them, yeah.
online, the cruise lines aren't necessarily, they're not sending their newest. Well, maybe I
some-
shouldn't say that.
no, some
This
do.
cruise line is,
Some
but
do.
but some aren't necessarily sending all their newest and their best and brightest there because they don't really have to, because the attraction is the ports.
Some cruise lines have
not so much the
multiple ships that go over there in the summer. Some just have like
Okay,
one
did
ship.
we drag
Anyways,
it out enough? I'm just wondering if
but,
we dragged it
yeah.
out enough.
So we're gonna do. We're gonna start off in Rome. We are gonna see a couple other port stops in Italy. Then we are going to go to Valletta, Malta. Then we're going to move on to Greece and go to Athens, Santorini, and then on to Turkey. And the one thing, and it ends in Turkey, but in Istanbul. But the one thing I really liked about this, at first I was a little iffy, thinking that we would have to stay over a few days if we wanted to explore Istanbul. But it kind of does what our last cruise actually did, where in Reykjavik, where it comes in one day, you're there all day to sightsee, and then you actually spend the night on the ship, and then you disembark the next day. So you can do your sightseeing one day, get off, and then just head right to the airport if you want. You don't have to stay over if you're a little iffy on Turkey. Some people are, some people aren't. But so we really like that about it. And so it hits several places that I know we've wanted to go. Hopefully some other people are interested in going to all those places.
Yes.
But we're excited about this.
Well, we had there were a lot of people. I think a lot of the folks that went with us before on group cruises have talked about they wanted to do this. We've seen some people we know do this in the last couple of months, and it just looks fantastic and fabulous. Yeah. And so
And
that was a big attention
and we did.
grabber.
We chose May 27th because if you get into July and August, it is horribly hot in Greece and Italy, and that kind of, I think, could make for a miserable trip just if it's so hot if you're out sightseeing. So we're hoping that May 27th works. It's May 27th through June 5th, and the temperature should be pretty good, hopefully, during that time.
I think you're going to be looking at mid 70s to start the trip, and it could go into mid to slightly upper 80s at some point towards the end as you go from May 27th to June 5th. And so that's what we're looking at temperature-wise. So we thought that would work out great. And yes, we chose the Norwegian Viva as a ship.
Yeah, we did.
What does Norwegian Viva have that just makes it fantastic for this kind of cruise?
Well, the back area is nice to kind of look at, like deck. I think it's 8.
Yeah.
Eight.
Well,
It's
but
a
I,
nice
but I mean, like, included in the price, you've got the drink packages
okay.
included.
I thought you meant the ship in general.
Well, I mean, either one really.
Layout.
I threw you a curveball there. You didn't know I was going to ask you that.
Well, no, I didn't know. Wait, I thought you meant something else. Okay. So yeah, so these prices include, of course, all the free at sea perks, which are nice for a group cruise because you don't have to worry about paying all those additional costs for drink packages and things. Not that sometimes these type of itineraries you almost don't need a drink package because they're so port intensive. But anyways, drink package. There's specialty dining included. There is, of course, a shore excursion credit and a little bit of Wi-Fi. Most people upgrade their Wi-Fi, but so those are all included, and $100 onboard credit per cabin. So, and I do have group rates, which based on double occupancy for 2 different balcony categories and 2 different interior categories. If sorry,
Potential spam calling in the middle of this. This is an outrage.
But if you want any other type of cabin or there's more than 2 guests, then you would have to book. I can book those 2 and pull them into the group. Those cabins would not get the group discount. The ones I have held have a 15% discount on the balconies and a 5% discount on the
What about solo? Are there solo cabins?
There are solo cabins.
Okay, solo cruisers.
They would be booked in the solo cabin and pulled into the group.
There you go. There you go. So again, so you said the only difference if you don't book one of the cabins you already have held is they just don't realize that group discount, but they still get the onboard credit. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And is it 100 for any cabin or just 100 for balcony and less for interior?
It's 100 for every cabin.
I'm just asking the questions that I know people are going to be asking themselves right now.
Okay.
I just want to be there for it. Any idea what the pricing is? Do you want people to shoot you an email to get the pricing info? Do you want to throw anything out there right now?
Yeah, I mean, you can send me an email. It is. I mean, there is quite a good difference right now from the price I have from the online price. I held them right like within the day after they announced them. So, prices are just going to keep going up. And I can, after 60 days, I can hold more group space. But by then, the prices will probably go up a little, and so they're going to continue to go up. But
Sharon, listen, I don't want to throw it out there, but Lalito Loca made a great comment. They do have a Starbucks.
Oh, they do.
And that makes it eligible for Tony and or Jenny to go on this cruise because I think they only cruise on cruise ships that have Starbucks or something similar. So so that's great. That is great to
maybe
hear.
They'll surprise us.
You never know. You never know who might surprise you. You never know. It's the day before Lindy Lou's birthday.
Oh.
That sounds great. Some people have said that they've been to some of these places. Turkey was something where it was so funny because when I had a friend of mine that I talked to and I mentioned Turkey, and they said when I think of Turkey, I just think of like camels and everyone wearing wraps around their head and their body and crossing deserts or something. And I'm like, no, I don't think that's what it is. And as we did more research, it turns out that it's just gorgeous.
Yeah.
It is just a gorgeous area.
And I know some people, I don't know, everyone's not big on Turkey, but that, for us, that was, it was hard for us to find an itinerary, I guess, because a lot of them included like Rome and Greece or just more Greece with Turkey and not, so much Italy. And to find a little bit of all is kind of hard. We actually had one booked for 2025, the same itinerary, but included more Italy. And we're going to cancel that one because we are going to go on this one. But I was hoping to find that same one, but it just wasn't quite there. But
all right, let me see.
But Turkey was a must do for us. That was on our list because so we had to include that. Crazy
Cat Traveler said, love it. Plus, Viva has the solo cabins. That is absolutely right.
Yeah.
Mary Ellen Dillon says, we're going to have a great time in those ports. Tam Carp, hello. Timothy Walter says, see, Jamie, I kept my promise. Oh, please, Timothy, you didn't know what we were going to announce. You were just trying to show off in the chat. I know how you roll, buddy. I know how you roll. Let's see. Chica said that's a great itinerary. Jamie with all the great questions. See, Debbie Range knows my question. I am here for the people. I am here for the people. I ask the questions for the people. What's the deposit amount?
It's $125 per person.
Only $125 per person.
And it's refundable.
And
that's another reason why I like, Norwegian. It's refundable up until the final payment date. So, that makes it nice.
It does. It does.
I hate non-refundable deposits.
Outstanding question. David Hutchinson. We will have a 5 and a 7-year-old. Would this be a good ship and trip for them?
I
have an answer to that. But Sharon, let Sharon go first.
I mean, it would be a great trip, but I don't, to be perfectly honest, I don't know if the 5 and 7-year-old would appreciate this itinerary so much.
You are insulting David Hutchinson's children right now.
No, but I don't know. Like,
How dare
it's a little pricier than some cruises. But if it's something that you would really like to do, and your kids are, great with traveling, it can be good.
Yes,
but
I think that's a good point.
If they're kids that I guess, the kind that, are we there yet? Are we there yet? There's not great travelers. Then it's not something you'd want to go on and spend a lot of money, and you'd want to go either without the kids or wait till they're a little older.
There you go. All right. So here's
that's just honest. I mean, we've traveled with Matthew ever since he was young, and I would have taken Matthew there at that age. But all kids are different. So if you know your kids, if you think that they would enjoy those ports, then I'd say bring them along. The ship does have things for kids. The only thing with that that class of ships is when you get a cabin for 4. You know, it has to that you would have to book like a family balcony or a family kind of ocean view or interior, and then it would be a little more because you have to book them at the regular rate and pull them into there. They don't have group rates for 4, so that's the only downside.
And one thing you'll find is they don't like have a kid on the couch and a kid on an upper bunk or something like that. They have couches in the room that they'll pull out. So if the kids are cool sharing a bed together or pull out couch, then you ought to be good to go. Yeah. And they do have kids clubs on board. Okay, they and the weather here is going to be, you know, when we took our Europe cruise on the Prima recently, it was cold weather, windy, cold weather. It's not going to be like that for this trip. It's going to be nice and warm. Yeah. There is one area there is an area where adults can lay out, and there's like a kids little splash pad area on there for running around in the water. So that's kind of cool. They do have a pool. There are hot tub areas on each side of the ship that you will find kids running around in. But there won't be many. I wouldn't expect to see a lot of kids on a cruise like this. I think it's going to be more adults. Now, someone else asked, it's not adult only by any means.
No.
Bring your kids any age. That's super cool and totally welcome.
Kids are totally welcome. We love kids. I mean, we have
one of our own.
Cruised with Matthew since he was 1, and we've taken him everywhere. So we love kids and always welcome kids.
Solo balcony. Can someone do a solo balcony?
Yes, you can do a solo balcony.
But are there solo balconies?
There are solo balconies if you book before they're gone. They do go pretty quickly.
So there you go. But this stuff just came out in the last 2 days, so it's a great time.
Yeah.
Robert on the Gomez. So to sign up, we send Sharon an email. That's right, guys. If you're interested in doing this with us. And I know, listen, I mean, one thing I'll be honest with you, as we do our live stream on Mondays, we talk about a lot of stuff. This live stream, we're focusing on this. We don't want it to come off like some kind of a cheesy sales pitch thing or something, but it was just a big deal and a number of people were asking about it. So that's why I wanted to do it Saturday morning, a little different vibe, a little different feel for it. But if you want to shoot Sharon an email, you're going to do it right.
And it is a ways out, but you know, that nowadays you have to plan your cruises way out unless you're someone that just likes to try to jump on something last minute and take whatever room you get, because prices go up and
these rates for what's included,
they're selling out.
2 specialty dining nights. There's tons of specialty dining.
The interiors get 1 specialty dining,
and you can always add on a little bit more. But the specialty dining's fabulous. The food's going to be great. The service will be great. Drink package is included in that rate.
Jamie's going to serve everyone. He's promising great service.
I'm telling you right now, that's such an expensive thing that if you like to have a few cocktails a day. Now, I mean, you're going to be running ragged every day as you tour, and that's one thing about these cruises is it's so port intensive. Let me throw up the itinerary.
There is only 1 sea day. There's only 1 sea day.
Let me throw something up here. Let's see. Well, first off,
I will say
one more time. 9-day Greek Isle from Rome. So it leaves. Sharon, where exactly does it leave? What city does it leave in? Hold on. I'm putting Sharon on the spot here.
Oh my God.
Sharon, look right in the camera and say what city it is. You can do it.
Rome. Civitavecchia.
Civitavecchia.
For a minute.
You have to do this. Hold on. Do this when you do. Civitavecchia is in Rome, is where it is. Okay. She's going to kill me later for putting her on the spot with that. We're working on it. Every other city you can pretty much say.
I always have to think before I
written out, but that one's a curveball.
Yeah.
Civitavecchia. So yeah.
And that's great, a great place to come in early, and sightsee a couple days before.
Oh yeah, for sure. So okay, let me go back to that little thing. Yeah. So it leaves out of there a couple of, but Italy, Malta, which is an island, a country all on its own. A little bit of Greece. The history there is insane.
There's a sea day between Valletta and Athens. That's where the sea day is.
That's right. Let me jump into this right quick. Okay, here is a rundown. You leave Rome on a Wednesday, right? It's on a Wednesday. So it's a 9-day cruise, but you're really, you're going to burn 2 weeks off of work. I mean, I don't know what other way to put it. But you leave out of Rome, then you have a full day, 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. So you have very long days to go out and explore. There are tons of excursions, and Sharon will work on excursions and things that we can do together as a group at times and on your own. Again, you're welcome to do whatever on your own. You don't have to hang with the group by any means. Salerno, which will be super cool. In Salerno, we can make a run up to Pompeii, or you can go on to Naples. It's about a 45-minute drive, so that's extremely cool. And by the way, I just want to say, I can't wait to go to Pompeii. Because if any of you guys out there are music fans, I know there are probably a few of you, Pink Floyd at Pompeii. There's like an old Pompeii amphitheater thing where Pink Floyd did a concert video in like the early 70s, did another one in like the mid 2000s. Well, David Gilmour did it. But I am dying. I'm dying to go to that.
I am going to be
I'm usually not that excited about these
I'm going to be
things.
put in the middle at that part because you're going to want to do that.
Yes.
And
We can do it. It's on
Matthew's
the
going
way.
to have a whole other
It's on the way.
thing
It's
he
on the
wants
way.
to do.
Catania, Italy. Now, Catania, Italy is actually in Sicily, okay, which is the island off of the tip of the boot, but still part of Italy. Unfortunately, if you're a fan of The Godfather, that's the island that some of that was kind of based on, even filmed at. Although the town of Corleone will be about 3 hours away, so I don't think you're going to make that. Then we go over to Malta, which is just gorgeous, beautiful. It's its own little island with history. Then finally, you get to catch your breath with a sea day on a Sunday. Maybe you just stay in bed all day.
Sleep all day.
Yes. Then we go to Athens, which is amazing. Santorini, both gorgeous areas with beautiful history. And then you go to Kusadasi. Am I saying that right? Kusadasi, Turkey.
Kusadasi.
And then we end in Istanbul. And again, Istanbul is your debarkation port, but we get there on a Thursday. So you get in Thursday morning and you're there all night, and then you debark the next day. And what's unique about that is that you can leave like any time. We did the same thing in Reykjavik. And if you've ever debarked there, we saw people leaving at like midnight, 1 in the morning. People are leaving their cabin with their luggage because they got a flight that leaves at 2 in the morning to get home or whatever the case was. So that's the kind of stuff you got going on there. Oh my God, Larry Thomas, hello SASC Cruise Crew, made it late. Pompeii, it's cool. Let's keep cruising. Thank you so much for the super chat, man. We appreciate that. That is very awesome of you. All right, so let's all right, so sharonatsea@gmail.com is how you can contact Sharon. A few more pieces of information about this trip. Okay, so that was the itinerary. We ran through that. Now you're thinking, how far is this away? How far am I traveling to get here? Well, you're from JFK Airport to Civitavecchia, Rome, is an 8-hour flight. Okay, so figure that out wherever you're coming from. What we always do is we always travel to the East Coast from Arizona, spend the night, and then we travel.
That's what we've done
for the full day, one way or the other.
For us,
Yes.
and it's.
Or we drive to Minnesota first, but don't follow our lead. We're ridiculous.
But it's it's just been a little, I guess the price has been a little less by us doing that too. If we went right straight from Phoenix there, whenever we priced it out, the flights would end up costing us a little more than going to JFK and then JFK over.
I think you'll be surprised at the pricing of the flights.
That's from going to London a couple.
You may find flights
times.
one way that are not insanely different from just flying from like California to Florida or something like that.
You can go from
It's
either
crazy.
coast.
It's crazy. Okay, let me go back to this info here. All right, so that's what it is from JFK to Civitavecchia. Then, oh my God, I'm getting an ad, Sharon. Oh, these dang ads. They drive me crazy. I know they do. I get it. And then, let's see, coming home from Istanbul. Okay, this is where you don't need to go to bed early the night before debarkation because you're going to have a very nice sleep. 10.5-hour flight from Istanbul back to JFK. That's a kicker. But to do these things, you have to travel. But the reality is, hey, man, 5-hour flight, 10-hour flight, it's just a longer flight. The price is a little more expensive, but not too much.
Yeah.
And I think
I was a little worried too about flying home from Istanbul. So I did do, flights aren't out that far yet for most of the major airlines. But I did do a little check for this next summer, 2025, just like some one-way flights to kind of get an idea of what if it was even affordable for most people. And I was getting some prices like $450 to $490 one way back from Istanbul per person, which that's not bad at all. I mean, flying, that's a great price actually. So hopefully in 2026, maybe have similar prices. We'll see. No.
There you go. Okay, Lalito Loca, hey man, have a great afternoon yourself. Exciting cruise. I'm trying to persuade Jenny B as we speak. Please make it happen. We would love that to happen. Chica says, personally, I love the port intensive itineraries. People chanting, let's go, Tony and Jenny. Come on. Ephesus, hold on, that's Kathy Sofrin said that Ephesus and Kusadasi is a must.
Yeah.
Really cool.
Uh-huh.
The Med is always port intensive, right, Mary Ellen? We get that. So Tweety's here. What's up, So Tweety? Nice to see you.
I like going on a cruise like that. I like them to be port intensive because you go so far and you're seeing so much that I don't, if I enjoy the sea days in the Caribbean, but going places like this, I really like a lot of port.
Tesla Mond, how do you not swing this? Okay, the pricing isn't well. Okay, I know that you probably won't have a casino deal for this. I get it, but it's a bucket list. Grab your daughter and let's go. Let's go make this happen. Okay, it's 2 years away. 660 days, as a matter of fact.
I will say that the prices right now, the prices are less than they started on our Iceland cruise.
Yeah. Oh my God! Pia Broderick said, "How long are the flights from the East Coast?" And then I just came up with that information a few minutes ago. Again, from the East Coast, you're looking at 8.5 hours to Rome to get on the ship, and you're looking at about 10.5 to get home from Istanbul to the East Coast. That's to JFK, right? You want to make it a little longer flight or whatever the case is, and if you're really, really lucky, and you check in early for your flight home. Maybe you get bumped up to a business class like Sharon did on Iceland Air.
Yeah.
If you're really, really lucky. If you're really lucky.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he said business class on. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. That's the only thing we might have to look into a little.
Chica said that she said, yeah, we'll be spending a lot of time in Santorini. That's one thing another thing that we really like. Let me go back to that. Yes, you've got long days. Santorini, 7 a.m. to 10 p.m.
I just hope that
that's great.
It makes it in there.
Look at this. Athens, 5:30 a.m. to 6. So now the short day here is Kusadasi, 7 to 2. I'm okay with that because maybe that gives me a little breather to get ready to pack a few things and then be energetic in Istanbul to go off and explore that. Matthew's giving us all the lowdown on this. He's like, yeah, here's the history of that. Here's who took it over, who reigned in this era, and who reigned in that area. And I can't even remember that Istanbul used to be Constantinople.
Yeah.
Constantinople. Such history in these areas. It's insane. And the cool thing is when you get there,
historical name.
When you realize that they discovered America in 1492. Okay, 1777, we're doing Declaration of Independence and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah, put the thing back up.
These places are, you're talking about like BC, it's not AD, it's BC, before Christ. You're talking about the age of these areas. It's just unbelievable. So it's very exciting. Yeah. We're excited about it. We're excited to bring it to you. So if you're interested, contact Sharon, sharonatsea@gmail.com, and you can book it. Again, it's how much?
What?
Deposit? $125 per person?
$125 per person.
Okay, so reasonable deposit. And do you want to talk about that one thing? The cruise first, cruise next thing?
Yeah. So
okay, hold on. Bring your attention, and if you're really thinking about doing this, bring your attention right now.
So a way to save a little on the deposit, if this really only saves you if you're booking 2 people. Solo cruisers, actually, it saves you money overall, but it won't save you money technically when you put the deposit down. But there is something called Cruise First. It's not the cruise snacks that you purchase when you're on board the ship, but there's a Cruise First that you can purchase when you book the cruise. It has to be purchased when you're booking the cruise, kind of in conjunction. There's kind of a time frame. But anyways, you purchase that for $150. Then when it gets applied to the cruise, it gets applied as $300. So that covers, if there's 2 people, that actually covers your $250 deposit. So basically, you're getting your $250 deposit paid and only having to put out $150, and it's showing $300 paid on your booking. Now, the only thing to that, purchasing the cruise first, if you should have to cancel, they do refund the Cruise First back to your Latitudes account, but they only refund what you paid, $150, but when you go to use it again, it only counts as $150. It won't count as $300 again. So that is the only downside.
But it's refunded to your account, not to cash.
Yeah, but you never actually lose your $150, so you're never out any additional money.
Okay.
But they're only doing that right now until August 31st. So if you book before August 31st, then you can do that and save a little money when putting out your deposit. And like I said, it would be $25 more for a solo cruiser to do that, although you would still get $300 placed on your booking. So.
All right, so that's pretty neat. Yeah, I didn't want to touch that because that's a little confusing, and Sharon told me about that, and I was like, what you talk about, Sharon? I didn't quite totally get the gist. Yes, May 27, 9 days, 2026. Anything to do in Istanbul. Yes, there's a ton of stuff to do. History, religion, churches, museums, amazing sites. I mean, crazy stuff. I'll tell you what you do when you get off the live stream. Go if you're in the cruise crew, we'll post an image of this with the ports in there. You can take a look at each one of the ports because we were the same way. We thought, okay, Turkey, what's that going to have? And Matthew's really geeked on it. He's like, I really want to go to Istanbul. I'm like, okay, what's there? A museum and a Shake Shack? I didn't know what they had over there. And so we started looking at pictures and we're like, oh my gosh, this is gorgeous. It's beautiful. And the one port in Istanbul also looks like it, almost like a beach.
Yeah, they have like.
You could do like a beach, like if you're looking for a beach day, then and I'm blowing the names already on some of these ports, Sharon. I'm very embarrassed right now. But if you look at the Kuşadası in Turkey, is a beautiful area. It's got beaches. It's water. I mean, it's a place where you could just have a beach day. You could wrap up your cruise with a beach day and pretend you're in the Caribbean. All right, maybe not exactly, but something a little bit similar to that anyway. So that looked pretty awesome. Let me get back in the chat and see what people are saying. Maybe they're saying, blow it out your yin yang. We don't want to go to any place like that with you guys.
I can mention the prices I have right now for two people for the group rate. I don't have what other cabins would cost if they had to be pulled in, but right now the group rate I have for balconies. There's BA categories and BBs. The BA categories basically they're just higher decks. So the BA categories for two people, the total cost, which includes all the free at sea perks and everything, is $54.92.20.
Hold on. All right, $54.92.
And that's, but if you look,
That's
if you look,
total. That's out the door for a balcony for two people.
And then
Okay.
the BB category balconies, which is on a lower deck, is $54.41.16. So it's it's like about $50 difference.
All right, so let me ask the questions that people are thinking of right now. Number one, that price is the price.
That includes all the free at sea perks. So
and that's the price that is 15% lower than what it is online.
Yeah, online, like right now, I think it was like 63.
15% higher for a balcony, 5% higher for an interior. I think is what you told me.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So that's got a little discount
there. So that includes everything. The only thing that's not included in that price is the service gratuities. Other than that, but they're free at sea gratuity.
Should we talk about water?
And no.
What the one controversial thing with NCL is the water. Do people need to pre-order cans of water for their cabin?
Yes, water is not included in the drink package.
A glass of water is.
But and
you may be able to squeeze a bottle of water at a bar somewhere, but
I will make sure
one in your room pre-order.
Every cabin starts out with, I think, if like a 6-pack or something of water. I'm not sure how they sell it right now. I can't think of it. 6-packs, 12-packs, but I will throw in a pack of water for every cabin.
You will personally, out of your own pocket, buy a 6-pack of water for each cabin?
I will.
Guys, and how do you turn that down?
Well, you're going to need more than a 6-pack, but
how do you
maybe a 12-pack. I don't know how much.
How do you turn that down?
I'll have to check, but I'll throw in
That's
some water.
one water every other day, practically. Sharon,
you're not going to get dehydrated on that.
You're so generous.
Well, no, I don't know.
The phone's ringing off the hook now. Hello.
Well, a 12-pack. I don't know how they come. If they come in 6-packs, 12. I'm not sure. I forgot.
My gosh.
I can't remember how we got it last time. It might have been a 12-pack.
Shayna, he's not a history major, but he loves history. He's a video game. Hold on, don't tell me. No. He's a video game nerd. But the video games he plays are all about history.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, Sharon, what else you got there?
Well, I was given the prices.
I've just answered a question. I apologize. Okay. I got off the beaten path. Let's bring it back again. Thank you, Sharon.
Okay, and the interior prices for there's an IA category, an IB.
She's reeling me in.
The IA it is $42,0116 for two people, and the other interior is $41,4480.
Did you say IA?
That's just IAIB. That's
Sound
just
like internal
location.
affairs? Is that, does anyone out there know what IA means?
That's just a location around the ship.
They
So
don't- these
it
people
doesn't
don't know
really,
what that
yeah,
means.
it doesn't.
Okay.
But they're very close in price, like like a $50 difference, and that includes the drink package and specialty dining, everything. Now, if you don't want the drink package, then that would drop your price as well. It is included, but then you don't have to pay those drink package gratuities.
Mhm.
So that would drop your price a little too. Like that would drop your price a couple hundred if you decided you didn't want it.
Dylan Siemens said, Sharon, we can cover that cost ourselves. Probably for the water. No, Dylan, you don't understand. This has been a bone of contention for a year and a half since
my
that
God.
dang blogger extravaganza cruise. And Sharon, and deep inside, Sharon's got this. I need to make it up to the people.
No.
I need to make it up to them.
Yeah.
One of those types
Yeah.
of deals. Carla McClendon, what's going on, girls? She says, hi, I know I'm late,
Hi,
but I'm at
Carla.
work at the hotel. Shh.
Oh,
Don't tell her boss.
okay.
We won't tell anyone, Carla. But just go back and watch the live, and then make your plans to come with us. Get your friends, your family, the whole 9 yards, because we're going to the Greek Isles in 2026. Solo balcony rates. Sharon, what do you got? You got it. You don't have the info.
I only have the group rates for the balconies and interiors like on me. I would have to actually look those up because those can actually change. It just depends on when you book it, but I can look those up and let you know.
That's right. All right, we got 10 minutes left for your questions, your comments. If you have questions about anything that we talked about, any question, there's no bad question, there's no wrong question.
Any other question you
Yes,
have?
Larry Watergate.
It doesn't have to be about this cruise. I
Yeah, I mean, it can be about anything. Let's say this isn't your jam. Let's say you're like, yeah, you know what, guys, I'm not down with that. I don't want to do this amazing 9-day Greek Isle cruise from Rome to Istanbul. And maybe you're thinking about, hey, I want to party with you guys and the Kerns with Brian, Julie, and family on the Family and Friends Fun for All cruise. We can do that too. All right, Miami, Nassau, Half Moon Cay, Grand Turk, fun in the sun. It's going to be amazing. 5-day cruise, Carnival Sunrise, leaving from Miami. That's going to be hot fire. Maybe you're just a girl looking for some other girls to party with and have a good time. You want to go on the group cruise number 2, co-hosted by Sharon and Nautical Nurse Nancy. All right, on the Carnival Freedom, October 16 to 20, 2025 from Port Canaveral. That's going to be amazing. Or maybe you're done with these big cruise ships. Carnival Jubilee, Icon of the Seas, blah. You don't want anything to do with them. You want to go back to where it all began. You want to go back to the beginning of cruising.
That's where our cruise began.
You want to go back to what cruising was back in the day, 2000, 1995.
I'm actually really looking forward to getting on the Elation.
Yeah,
Just
you want to go to
because,
the Elation. You want to party with us and a bunch of other cool people.
because I don't know. I just remember how excited we were when we got on that ship, and I kind of like sometimes going
Do you
on
think they'll remember
the
us?
smaller, older ships. It just reminds me. Yeah, it's just looking out at the ocean. It just reminds me why we like cruising.
Yeah,
so
$50
much.
onboard credit and a bottle of wine for crying out loud. And water. You'll probably find water on that cruise. I don't know how that works. So that's going to be amazing 5-day cruise. So check that out. And of course, there's still room, maybe this year, New Year's Eve cruise, Norwegian Joy, West Coast Cruisers. Let's party. By the way, this is wrong now. It does not include Ensenada anymore.
Oh,
They
that's
canned it. They gave that the old S can, and they changed up the port a little bit.
That's
but,
about sold out.
That's right. And of course, you got the Norwegian Aqua, December 28, 2025. That's going to be hot fire as well.
And I
That's
will
happening
say-
before this cruise, as a matter of fact.
I will say that unless anything changes, the Greek Isles cruise will most likely be our only group cruise in 2026.
Whoa, what? Well, the New Year's cruise goes into 2026, and the next New Year's cruise leaves in 2026.
Yeah, that's true. But other than
Okay,
that,
you mean other than that?
Yeah.
Okay, that won't. I myself will be having a number of group cruises. It's going to be the,
you will.
yes. I'm starting a new group cruise channel. We're going to call it Cruising with Jimmy. Keep an eye out for it. It's going to be hot. It's going to be a
Oh my
hot
gosh.
ticket to get. A hot ticket to get, Sharon. It's going to be amazing. All right, let's wrap it up by going back to the chat and seeing what people are saying. Will you help us with getting airfare? We're planning pre-cruise date in Rome, said Debbie Range.
Sure. Yeah.
Yes.
Now, and they do have, I don't suggest getting air through the cruise lines necessarily, or at least not Norwegian with that kind kind of buy one get one free type thing. Although, I've had people have trouble with that. I've also had people that have used it that thought it was great and haven't had any trouble. But you can book it through the cruise line, or you can book it outside the cruise line.
And people are going to be saying, "Hold on,
But-
Sharon, you're sitting here promoting this Norwegian cruise, but you're saying that you don't recommend airfare." Give me some more details on that.
Well, there's a lot of it kind of depends on your situation with the Norwegian airfare. If it's a solo person or maybe just a couple and you are very flexible, then you might not have any issues. You can get on the plane, go wherever, and have a great time. But if you're maybe a couple things, if you're a family and maybe you're broken up into two separate cabins, they book your airfare based on your cabin. So if you have people you're traveling with in another cabin, they don't guarantee that they're going to put you on the same flight. They used to have like a travel with type thing that you could do that. They would, but they stopped doing that. So you're kind of at the mercy of them with your flights. And like I said, if you're very flexible, you can save some money doing that. But if you're not, I wouldn't do it.
Yeah, I see that, and I see some questions, so we're going to get to those. So don't worry, hang in there. We'll cover a bunch of your questions. But so Sharon, you're finding that
and if you do it, I would say come in at least 2 days early.
From a layman's point of view, to keep it simple, is that some people think of, well, if I get my flight through the airline, aren't I guaranteed to get there without any issue?
Not anymore.
That's not the case anymore. And in the event, and you see all the people, the comments, the people talking in chats and posting about missing flights and delayed flights and all that kind of stuff. The flight is something where, I mean, if you might save a few bucks, but having full control over your flight situation is crucial, because if you book it all through another third party like Norwegian and something falls through, you want to be able to handle things right then and there on the spot on your own, instead of having to try to contact them and say, well, Norwegian, what flight can you put me on next? They'd be like, oh, I can get you on a flight in 3 days. It'll get you to the fourth cruise port, or something like that. And you don't want to play that game. So that's why it's just easier. On occasion, there's a good option to use it. We can always look at them. Sharon can look at them for you and throw it out there and see if you want to do it. But it's not a big recommendation.
Yeah,
I just want that to make sense.
What I usually do with airfare is I do help people with airfare, but instead of actually booking it myself for them, I will have them call me when they're ready to actually book it, and I sit on the phone with them. We go through flights together and everything, and find the one, I can help them find the cheapest flights, tell them where to go, and then they can go on there and book it themselves and grab that price, and then everything gets sent directly to them, and they have full control over their air.
Wendy, I see your comment. Go in the cruise. Once we're done here in the cruise crew, I'm going to put that image up. That'll talk all about that. It'll name the ports and all that stuff.
But pre-cruise,
I'll put that info out there for
things
you.
to do pre-cruise with like excursions, all that kind of thing. I'll gladly help with that. Here's companies and things like that
I'm going to talk about excursions in a second. If you bring a third person, you get the rate for two, and then an additional third person. How does that price? How does that work out? Let's say there's someone who brings a third person.
That is the only bad thing. So if you book a third person, you do have to, because the cabins that accommodate three aren't the same category as the ones I have held. They're actually something called a B4, which makes no sense. I know probably to you, but it's a family balcony. And the family balconies aren't at the group rate. So if there's a third person, it has to be booked outside of the group at that rate and then pulled into the group. You'll get all the other group perks like the onboard credit and things, but you won't get the group price. So you'll be paying the same price as online.
Yes. So there you go.
And if you do, as someone that is doing that, I would suggest, booking that sooner rather than later, because at least right now the prices are probably the lowest that they're going to be going forward.
Does it matter how we booked? Like, what if we booked something? Like how we booked? Is that something that you want to do?
Well, okay, so I already booked ours. I held ours. Since
there's four of us, right?
Yeah. So
Sharon, me, Matthew, Callie, we're all going.
And for us, we would have had to book a family balcony if we were all going to share. So there would be no group discount. I kind of priced out what the price would be for that and what the price would be for 2 cabins. And maybe even doing an ocean view for 4 of us versus, or anyways, I did a lot of different
We looked at all the options.
and we decided it was a little bit more, but not a lot more. So we're actually doing 2 balconies. I did connecting balconies for us.
Yes.
We have 2 connecting balconies.
Yeah, because once you took into consideration the 2 balconies with 15% off each,
And then we were like,
and that kind of stuff,
and then each cabin gets the $100 onboard credit, and then the
just broke it all down.
The kids in their cabin, they're gonna get their own. Well, actually, Matthew will be old enough for the drink package, but Callie will get the soda package will be included then, because the free at sea perks are still only for guests 1 and 2.
Matthew's going to be old enough for the drink package.
Yeah.
Did you just say that?
Yeah.
Oh my.
So
What the hell?
so they'll get that and the specialty dining as well. So that's an additional thing that you always have to pay for the 3rd and 4th when you share a room.
There you go. Chris and Joan, we might have answered the question. They said we're doing a similar cruise on NCL in 2025 that includes the airfare. What do you think about the NCL airfare? Again, just dive into it. Make sure the times are there. Make sure you have a backup plan
Fly
if you
in
need anything.
early. I would say especially if you're doing that itinerary and going to Europe, make sure you book 2 days early. Let them know you want to fly in 2 days ahead of time, and that way the chances of you getting there are pretty good.
Yes. Grandma Lady Sim says, thank you for sharing, Sharon and Jamie. Glad to hear you be so honest about NCL airfare problems. They have destroyed vacations occasionally.
Yeah.
There have been. You've read about them in the news. It's not a perfect world, and they try to add this perk in. And I'm sure they get a cut of the pie somewhere along the line and work with the airline. But sometimes it's just not perfect. For some people, it works out great, depending on where you are, when you're going, maybe time of the year, day of the week, whatever the case is, but it's not always a great thing.
And if this is a big, if it's something that's a really big vacation, of a lifetime for some people, and you're paying a lot of money, you want to make sure you make it. So that's why I say, if you want to, if it's like just 1 or 2 people, you don't have a whole family doing it, then, take your chances, but definitely go 2 days.
Larry Bum says, what's the big announcement? Jamie remodeling another bathroom? Hey, I got something for you. I'm holding it behind this sign right here. I have it right here for you, my friend.
God.
Can you see that? I don't know if you can see that. I'm not sure if you can see it. Okay. Can't wait to cruise with Jimmy, said Eddie Moonshine. Oh, are you ready to party finally? You going to make it happen? No, I'm not doing any lawn cutting, but thank you very much for that. All right, so real quick, Wendy asked for this one more time, and someone else said, "What's the big announcement again?" So it was this little bad boy right here. Hang on, whoops, I missed it. Wrong one. All right, yes, 9-day Greek Isle starts in Civitavecchia, Italy, or Rome. Thank you very much, and hits Salerno, Catania, Valletta, Malta, Athens, Greece, Santorini, Greece. Kusadasi, Turkey, ending up in Istanbul, formerly Constantinople. Istanbul, Turkey is where it ends up, and it has 1 full day plus a night in Istanbul, and then you debark the next morning from Istanbul,
and they have,
Turkey.
I don't know if I'd want to get off at night, but you never know. They have a great nightlife there, from what I hear.
Think I'm not ready to party with the folks, with the Turkish folks? We'll tear it up. There are group rates. Free at sea perks, someone asked about. Okay, free at sea perks includes the drink package. Includes a certain level of Wi-Fi. You're probably going to want to upgrade.
No, it includes just a few minutes of Wi-Fi.
That's why I said a certain level of Wi-Fi that you're probably going to want to upgrade for. Thank you very much, Sharon. It also includes, for a balcony, 2 nights of specialty dining. For an interior, 1 night, but you can add on to that. And it does include some. If you book your excursions through NCL, you do get some perks for the first person in the cabin, a discount.
It's a $50
excursion credit
discount per excursion. Yeah, but so it'll be listed under the first guest name. So it's just per cabin.
Yeah, so if you buy a $300 excursion to 2 people in the cabin, you'll get $50 off based on the thanks to the first person. So, the question was asked: will they be NCL excursions, or will you or we be putting together excursions?
People can do whatever excursion they want actually, but we'll put some excursions together as well, and that way people have options. So
Yes.
if they don't want to take the expensive cruise line excursions, we'll put some out there that people from the group can go on, and that way, there'll be other people on those excursions,
Yes.
and you won't feel alone. Especially that's always great for solo travelers too, so they're not feeling alone.
Well, any excursion that we book that we would invite
And-
others from the group to go on, we'll have a back to the ship guarantee one way or the other. Okay, usually it'll be a little bit cheaper. Usually it'll be a little bit smaller group, a little more of an intimate thing, and you'll be on there with friends.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, one of
And
the
we'll,
biggest...
and we'll let you know which ones we're on too.
Yeah.
But we'll probably have some excursions for all the ports, and then we'll let people know which ones we're going to be on too. So you can, if you want to go on those, if you don't want to go on those, and if you want to go on some other ones outside of the cruise line, even if we're not on them, but that way there'll probably be other people from the group on them.
And that's an important thing about this thing is that you can go and hang out with anyone however often you want. We can see you on embarkation day and wave goodbye to you in Istanbul if that's how you want. I mean, that's fine. Or we can meet every night somewhere at a bar and throw back a beer and talk about our day. I mean, anything in between, everything is welcome. So you can be as involved or not involved, and hopefully people can speak to that who have been on group cruises with us before. We're usually pretty easy to find
our last
if you want to find us.
Group, I mean, almost, even though we had really long days, I think most every night we here and there met up with people, for a little
We
bit
saw
of
somebody,
evening.
yeah. Yeah.
So
Well, some folks were there and they had other friends and they did stuff with them. But then we ran into each other. We took some excursions together, and that's cool. It's whatever you want it to be.
yeah.
So
we saw most everyone at some point every day on that.
yeah,
cruise.
I think so for sure. So that's always very cool. And the final thing about we make a big deal out of this kind of group cruise because many people are thinking about or they want to do this bucket list kind of trip. They want to go overseas, but it's scary. I mean, it's intimidating. You're like, what's going to happen? How do I get there? Where do I go when I get there? What, you want me to fly into Rome and then get to the cruise port? How am I going to do that? It's not that much different than going to Miami. I mean, first off, most of the places you go, there's going to be English speakers in plenty because that's just how it is in Europe. So that's outstanding. Number two, you do the research, you'll find the places, and number three, you've got Sharon to talk to about it, and anyone else in the group. We'll make a group page for it. You can interact, you can share questions, comments, or whatever. When it gets closer to it. So we'll do that on Facebook. So that's good too. And it's just nice to have a buddy system when you're going overseas. People are quite comfortable, I think, with that kind of setup. That sound right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry to get so serious there. We get silly again.
Oh my God.
So anyway, so that is the deal. So let's see if there's any final questions. I want to get these people back to their Saturdays. I know some people, you get your football games are starting because it's the last weekend of preseason football, and in 2 weeks is the first Sunday of football, and I'm super excited about that. Let's see. I was solo and the airfare worked out well, said Marianne Dillon. See, that's cool. Good information.
That's good.
Larry Bump said, absolutely, I'm not missing this cruise. Just fly 2 days early. NCL will do that, said Kathy Sofrin.
Yeah.
Let's see. What else do we
And
have?
you
Let me
can
jump
fly
ahead.
in a couple days early, and if you want, you can always add on a couple days after the cruise, like with the air through the cruise line too. They'll fly you out up to a couple days if you want.
Larry
to stay.
Thomas says, I got to run down to the pool and inform Elaine about this cruise. Let's keep cruising. Listen, let Elaine know. I think she's going to like this one. I think that, and number one, Larry, if you're still here, or if Elaine watches later, but there's going to be plenty of deck chairs to get your hands on. And that's one thing that we talked about. When we wrapped up our cruise on the Prima, I mentioned it earlier about the weather. It was a little bit chipper and chilly and windy to really get out on the outer decks. But this cruise is going to have a much different vibe because of the weather and the warmth and all that. There's going to be humidity, right? Because we're around the water, but the temperatures shouldn't go much higher than 80, 85. Maybe a nice breeze coming off of the ocean in many of these locations, a couple of them anyway. So you're going to be able to spend time on the outer decks of the ship. It's a gorgeous ship. It's a really good ship for this kind of vacation. I guess is the best way to put it. LOL, Jamie, hidden sign language. Thank you, Grandma Lady. Seems like I'm glad you enjoyed that. Let's see. Thanks, Shana Reed. Said make sure to hit
thanks,
the
Shana.
thumbs up. Shana said our sons are the same age. Thanks for the reminder that he will be drinking age.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
and gambling. I mean, make sure it's 2 years. So if you have a 16-year-old, that kid's going to be gambling. So don't worry about that. Not sure if 2 days in Rome is enough, Larry. You can come in early if you want.
Well,
No
yeah,
worries.
yeah. We said 2 days because that's if you were booking your air through the cruise line, you can do up to 2 days early. But you can fly in however you want and spend a week beforehand.
Yes, there you go.
We'll probably fly in. Like 3 days before.
Crazy Cat Traveler said, sounds good. I always book through the cruise line. Hey, that's fine, but maybe you want to hang out with us once. We'll get you out of that comfort zone. We'll go out and we'll risk it. You know what? If risk it, no biscuit. You know what I'm saying, Crazy Cat Traveler? We got to get out there. You got to go. You got to get far away. And then all of a sudden you hear the bus try to start and go, and the bus doesn't start. And you get a rush. And you're like, oh my God, I'm stuck here 3 hours away from and then the bus turns over. Everything's fine. You get back in plenty of time.
Now she's really scared, Jay.
Jeannie said, my husband was so happy about the last video, letting him know he can watch football. Now I hopefully can take him cruising more often. Yeah, that was fun. That came out all of a sudden. I'm reading yesterday morning. I'm like, hey, you seen all this stuff? Carnival's finally getting it together. And people are like, well, I saw a football game. Yeah, I know you could see a football game on the cruise, but now it's official. They're carrying football games on Carnival. Right, Thursday night. I'm sorry, I'm getting off track, but it was just such a big deal, and I was so excited about it. We're not particularly like big cruise news. Not that we haven't thought about doing more cruise news. I don't know. Should we do more cruise news here at Sharonatsea Travel? Would you like to see myself or Sharon doing cruise news on a more regular basis? Let me know in the comments real quick before we get out of here. I'm just curious.
Kathy Sofra said, have y'all been to Copenhagen?
Yes.
We went.
Loved it.
Yes, last summer we went to Copenhagen. Loved it.
I went to Copenhagen, Sharon.
Hagen.
You might have gone to Copenhagen.
Hagen. Tomato.
Gosh. You know what? You can take the girl out of Copenhagen, but you can't take the Copenhagen out of the girl. This is a tempting one. John and Diamond, what do you mean it's tempting? You guys will be there. By the way, John and Diamond, your videos have been hot fire. Guys, if you haven't done it yet, go check out John and Diamond. Check the spelling, JONDYMON on YouTube. They've got some great videos from the Europe cruise. They were with us. They went out and did their own thing every time, and they had a great time. So a lovely. They're just a couple of kids, is what I call them, but it was fabulous.
Great videos.
Oh, Larry, thank you very much. Larry just sent me a message saying that the black T-shirts give me a little bit of a slimming effect.
Oh.
It could be that. It could be my tan. I've been working on my tan a little bit too. I've been getting out in the yard a little bit. How much is the deposit, Nicole Campbell? $125 a person. Mm-hmm. And there's a unique thing called Cruise First, which is not too unlike the Cruise Next or Next Cruise concept.
Well, it's different.
I said it's not too unlike. Okay, Sharon? Okay, that is very good,
Well, you can purchase a Cruise First certificate.
You can purchase a Cruise First certificate for $1 amount that'll cover
$150,
deposit.
and it will put $300 on your reservation.
Yeah. So how much? Now you want to tell me it's not too different than a Cruise Next?
But that's only until August 31st.
Yes. That's why I'm telling people. That's it. Can't wait. I'm flying early work since it's Memorial Day weekend, so not missing too much work that way.
Oh yeah.
Perfect. We planned it that way.
We didn't even think of that.
I'm premium at deck 12. I'm thinking 9 because it's one floor up from the action. Well, Larry, the elevator will get you from 9 to 8 to 16 pretty quickly. Yeah. All right, listen. Hey guys, here's the deal. You can't don't say for Timothy. Really Timothy said, please message me with the rates. Timothy, do me a favor, everybody. Email Sharon and say, Sharon, I'm interested in the Greek Isle cruise, the 2026 group cruise. Please email her, because if you just say, hey Sharon, shoot me the info, she gets so many emails for this and other stuff.
Caught up and I forget.
Yeah. Not that you're not on the top of the list, Timothy Wilson.
And a lot of times, I apologize sometimes
email,
if people send me a Facebook message and I don't get back to them as quickly as I do, like with emails, because I'm always on the emails doing things, and I don't have like Facebook up on my computer like all the time, and so I'll see it sometimes on my phone, but it doesn't always notify me. Not always looking for new Facebook messages all the time when I'm busy on my phone. So sometimes I'll notice it quite a bit later. And so the best way to contact me and get the quickest response is through email.
And that email is sharonatsea@gmail.com.
Because a lot of times,
you know it.
some
we know
days
it.
when I'm really busy, I don't even have a chance to get on Facebook until usually in the evening. Like in the evening, I go to bed at night and I get on my phone and I start scrolling through Facebook and catch up on things and see things and and then it's
and we'll be in bed and I'll hear this.
Someone message me.
I'll hear
too
like
late to respond.
Sharon will go, "Oh my God," and I'll be like, "What, honey? What? I didn't see this. There's a Facebook message from Bert and Ernie from 6 hours ago, and I missed it." I'm like, "Okay, get them in the morning." And Sharon's like, "No, I have to get right back to them."
Yeah,
and,
so well,
because
she's and then we're on like West Coast time, so then it's always late on East Coast, and it's too late to message people. So so email's the best way. But I just want to apologize if I didn't see your message sometimes.
Sharon, put your fist down. I have so many questions. Beth Ellinger, hit us up. You can message me if you want. Listen, I mean, I know that I'm just the slub over here, but you can shoot me a message if you want with a question, and I'll do the best I can to get the info. I can just get up. I can get out of bed, walk 4 feet over to Sharon's desk, and ask her, what's going on, and get the info.
Oh my God.
Wendy Johnson said, "We're enjoying your videos too, John and Diamond." Aw, that's so very nice. So very nice. Yeah, and I mean the travel there is it's pretty easy. It really is. I mean, it's a little bit easier. You're flying international. Oh, one thing, guys, one word: passport.
Oh.
You need to have a passport.
Yeah.
There's no getting around it. You will need and want to have a passport for this cruise.
And
no
you
matter
want to
what.
make sure that it does not expire for at least 6 months after you return from your trip.
Yes. Over 6 months past the day you return to the United States that your scheduled return is. So keep that in mind as well. Or the last day of the cruise, I guess you should say.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Because you don't want to turn out like other folks. Seen some people in the news lately. A lot of expert cruisers that don't know how passports work. I'm just going to shut my mouth now. So there you go. Matt Bird just said, "Book it, Gina." Book it, Gina, he said. Fabulous. All right, so do any of the ports require visas at this time? Sheena, at this time, no, not to our knowledge. Crazy Cat Traveler said, "Try a global entry as well. You'll thank me later." Ooh, that sounds good too. Yeah, Sharon will do all of the work, all the due diligence. If there's any changes in anything from the countries, we'll let you know.
Yeah.
But right now you're just looking at making sure you have a passport. Larry Bump says, "I'm emailing SAST with my room choice now."
Got a room choice. Yeah.
Very nice.
One thing I will
Jose,
say,
Larry in the house. What's up?
if there is anyone that wants or needs connecting rooms because they're a family or there's literally only of the ones in the group, if you're going to put 2 in each one or something and you want connecting ones there, I think there was only like 3 sets of them left. Because I know I had to really search to find some so that we could have connecting balconies, and there aren't that many.
Mary Ellen says, "By then you'll need a visa as well as a passport. The ETIAS goes live next year."
Well, maybe
Mary Ellen, it might go live.
Yeah.
Or like a lot of other things, it might get kicked to the curb. So we'll see what happens with that. But we'll keep you up to speed.
But we'll let everyone know, and we'll have plenty of time to plan for that.
Listen, we got 100 people on board to go to Bermuda when they all had to fill out that damn Bermuda information that time during post-COVID. So getting a couple visas, piece of cake. That's a walk in the park. So that'll be super, super easy. All right, Sharon, did we miss anything? Any final questions? Let me know in the chat, guys. We're going to let you get back to your lives on a Saturday. We will not be live this Monday, but we will be back, I think, next Monday we'll be back.
No, the one after.
Wrong.
Because I'll be gone.
When?
I'm leaving.
The one after you'll be gone. Oh, no, wait. When are you leaving?
Hang on.
You're leaving on Wednesday.
I have to look on the calendar.
Hold on, we're checking right now. Sit tight, hold on.
Though, so,
What day do you leave?
Oh, but that's a holiday weekend. Yeah, so we'll be back the 9th. The 9th. Yeah.
Are you sure we'll be back on the
Yeah,
9th?
the 9th.
You know what?
I'll be-
the 9th will work, although that
Yeah.
will be the first official Monday Night Football of the year. So we might have to do like a picture-in-picture on the live stream and show for all the football fans
Oh
out
my
there.
gosh. Yeah,
I'm
so
gonna be
We'll
excited
be back
about
on the 9th. I'll be going.
Okay, fine.
The week before, I'll be in Minnesota during the week, most of the week until Saturday. I'll be coming home Saturday the 7th. So
That's perfect because I have another concert to go to the next week. You know, Sharon, a couple weeks ago. So in the last few weeks, I went to Los Angeles for a Charger game with Matthew. Then the following weekend, I went to the Loserville concert, if you know what that is. That's right. Corey Feldman, Bones, Nate No Face, and Riff Raff was there, and the headlining act was Limp Bizkit. And I was there in all my glory, so that was fabulous. And on the 15th, I will be going to see Slipknot. If any of you know who or what that is, chime in. But that's right, I'll be at the Slipknot concert, rocking out, me and Callie.
how many concerts do you have?
We
Two
have-
more?
Wow, we have one more, but I could have more because
okay.
I really, really enjoyed myself. I'm really loving going
I
back to these
can't
concerts.
keep up on all these things.
Let's see. What did we learn today? We all learned that Sharon's going to be very busy booking the 2026 group cruise. I hope so. Thank you, Dylan. We appreciate that. Very nice to see you. Yeah, it's just one more thing to do. No big deal. We learned that we love Sharon and Jamie even more, and that history is amazing. Thanks for the announcement. Looking forward to finding out more about this. Beth, you got it. Mark has you on the big screen. And LLWS on the laptop. We are used to multiple screens.
Oh my God, Gina. Just book it, Beth. Research later.
Yes, thank you, Gina. Great point. Doug and Beth, come on.
Oh yeah, you'll
Doug
have
can
2
bring his
years to
guitar.
research. Oh my gosh.
That's right. These artist names are very unique. They are, Nancy. It was quite
Edmonds
amazing.
World said, I missed it. What was the announcement? We announced a group cruise, a Europe group cruise, summer of 2026.
All right, Edna, look at the screen right now. Right now, look at the screen. Here's what we're doing. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Boom. 9-day Greek Isle group cruise from Rome to Istanbul. May 27 to June 5, 2026 on Norwegian Viva. Sharon has group rates for double occupancy for some interiors and balconies. Any other cabin can be booked and brought into the group, although not all discounts will apply and not all perks will apply then, just so you know. She can break it down for you. $100 onboard credit for each cabin that's in the group or gets pulled into the group, if I said that right. And you can contact Sharon at sharonatsea@gmail.com with any questions that you have, and I will be putting this image into the Facebook group, Sharon at Sea Cruise Group, and we'll be having that.
And I know I had talked about the cruise first, but if people already have any cruise next certificate still, if you have some
NTL.
that you purchase on past cruises, you can use those as well towards your deposit or
There you
on
go.
your deposit.
There you go.
One will cover the deposit.
The Crazy Cat Traveler hasn't even booked the cruise, and her cat's giving her dirty looks. Is that Merlin? Is that who we're talking about? This is our bucket list cruise, said Beth Ollinger.
Oh.
Well, then go wake up Doug and tell him to get out of bed and let's go.
You have to come then, Beth.
Hello, Dale Ludwig
Well,
from North Dakota.
We can fly from Arizona together.
We can. Well, hold on. Don't make
Well,
that commitment. You
well-
never know. We might be doing our thing where we drive. We might have to drive to Minnesota
Who
for a
knows?
dog sitter.
Who knows in 2026? Well, we'll still be leaving probably from the East Coast somewhere. We can fly.
That we
We can
will.
do the long haul.
And that was
together.
very cool when we met up with other folks at JFK, and we all flew together on the same flight from JFK over to
Heathrow.
London,
Yeah.
to Heathrow, on this particular cruise, and that was a lot of fun, and it just worked out good for us. And I don't know, it's just nice to have that buddy system. So there you go. D. Adams said, "Hey, starting from the beginning, can't wait to see what's up." D, thank you for coming back and watching the video. I think it's going to be some great information, and definitely think about joining us. Old friends, new friends, all kind of friends are going to be there. It's going to be great. Now do an AZ group to Europe plane. Oh, Arizona group to Europe plane.
Oh,
That's what Debbie wants.
oh my God.
Book the whole thing. All right, we'll get working on that right away to get to see how that works. All right, Sharon, is that it? All right, guys, you've been amazing. It's 11:20 now. We've taken up an hour and 20 minutes
look
of
at
your time.
Roger's already doing the research. He's like nonstop LAX to Rome, 6:50 one way. I've seen it as low as $4.99.
Yeah, that's not crazy.
No.
That's not a crazy price. You could do a round trip for 1,200, 1,500 total, and that's a major round trip.
Yeah, that's not
So-
a bad price.
Now
for
I will
air
say
these
this,
days.
Roger. Keep in mind that
we sometimes pay, like round trip from here to Florida. I mean, we've seen it as high as $800-900
Yes.
or more. But I mean, we don't pay that, but we've seen that.
Debbie Rain
But-
says that's a long. Yeah, Roger, that flight's going to be a long one. You may want to. I don't. You might want to book a whole row so you can lay down and take a nap on that bad boy. LAX to Rome is going to be 8.5. That's going to 11, 12. That's going to be about 12.5 to 13. And if you do that same flight from Istanbul, Turkey, back to LAX, then you're talking about a 16 to 17 hour
Yeah,
flight. But
you
know
just
what?
have to.
Hey.
You just have to. If you're really tired, you plan to fly at night, and then you can sleep. I kind of learned that on the last time. The first time I didn't sleep, and it really messed me up with jet lag and things. The year before, last year, I was able to sleep, and I felt pretty good when I got there. I didn't feel that same jet lag at all when we got there.
There you go. Dylan Seaman says 259 JFK to Rome on Norse airline basic. Well, basic might be tight. I think I might need more than just a carry on over my
Yeah.
shoulder bag, but we'll see.
Yeah. Well, hey, that's a good. Good if you're on a budget. Yeah.
Hey, listen, if I can do it, I'll take it.
I don't know if I'll be flying that airline, but
Dang it, Sharon! I just got another ad.
but hey,
We'll see what happens.
that's a good
We shall
price.
see. Okay, so the next live stream is going to be when?
September 9th.
September 9th. Next live stream, we'll be celebrating and talking all about the NFL season that had just started.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Roger said I'll just walk the aisles. Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I saw people doing that when get up and kind of walking around.
Yes. Yeah, Debbie said the ads are bad today. Yeah, I know. Sometimes there's more, and I swear, you hear everybody say it, but I'm not setting anything for any more ads than any other time. It's just how many they decide to show. So maybe it's the time of day. This hour, this earlier in the day on a Saturday, they think it works better. I'm not sure. All right, well, that's it, Sharon. I think we wrapped it up. We shared some information. It was great to see everybody. Thank you so much for getting up early and joining us. Sharon, cheers.
It's afternoon in some place. I don't know if they got up early. But.
There you go. What are we both on our second? Oh, we're on.
Oh,
We're
that's
both
not
on our
bad.
first class. I'm not a big mimosa guy,
Well, you're
but you
gonna
know what?
go. You're gonna go watch football.
Right, yeah. Right now, I need to get ready because 1:00 Chargers at Dallas Cowboys, baby, the last preseason game of the year. I am super excited about that. Jose Lara, cheers to you, my friend. Linda Land just got here. Linda Land, where have you been? Listen, Linda Land, here's the deal.
Oh, that person. What did he say? You might go over with what? A backpack?
Hang on a second.
I started reading and then.
Jamie might go over the backpack, but he's coming. But he's,
Oh my God.
but he's coming back with a sea container. Yes, you're absolutely right with this one here. I come back with double the luggage. It's unbelievable.
I won't try to consolidate so much next time because I had to buy.
We know all
bag
about it.
to come back home.
Don't fire it up. Okay, Linda Land, hold on, because we need you there. Boom, 9-day Greek Isle cruise, Rome to Istanbul on Norwegian Viva, May 27 to June 5th. They got solo cabins right now. The sooner you book, the better. Double occupancy on balconies and interiors are currently 15% off within the group. And any other cabin you want to book can get pulled into the group for most group perks, although it does not get the discounted room rate for the group perk.
Yeah,
just so you
the
know.
group rates are for double occupancy on a specific balcony categories and interior.
That's right. So that's the deal. So listen, you guys have been amazing. Thank you so much for joining us for mimosas and some exciting news. We just thought it'd be fun to talk about this here in the morning. Debbie loves those foldable carry-on bags. They're great for knickknacks that you buy.
Yeah.
There you go. There you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah. I have a couple of them we bought one the year before too.
Oh yeah, just to travel home in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, we got a couple. Now I don't have
I don't know
anything
why,
to do
we
with
just-
them. But
one
they
day
work out
we
great
can
to get
just
us
go
home.
and come back with nothing.
Yeah.
So I think our next cruise, we're probably going to do that. We're just going for the cruise and coming back. And we're going to be talking about that soon. We have a cruise coming
Yeah,
up
that
in
one's really big.
mid-October. and it's going to be the
actually-
newest experience we've had in a long time.
I'm only taking a carry-on bag for that one.
Me too.
No, you're not.
What do you mean?
You will take a large luggage.
All I need is a carry-on. All I need is a backpack.
Well,
I don't need socks.
Okay.
I only need it's a 5-day cruise, so I only need 3 pair of underwear.
No,
I'll
you're,
I'll bring 2 pairs of shorts, 1 pair of jeans in case we do anything nice for dinner, and 5 Hawaiian shirts. Done.
that's
And
all
1
that's
bathing
all not,
suit.
that's all not going to fit in your carry-on. And then you have your camera stuff and all that. The
And
tripod,
I will bring a Speedo.
because that's not going in my bag.
What?
The tripod and all that. You're always trying to
How
shove that in
dare
my
you?
bag.
How dare you? I'll bring 3 bags. It doesn't matter to me. I'll be fine with that. I'll be fine. All right, guys, we are out of here. You guys have been great. We love you. Thank you so much. Have an amazing weekend. Sharon, take us out here from this live stream.
Well, hope you guys can make it and join us on this. If not, there'll be other things. And but we're super excited about this cruise. This is one of our bucket list cruises. I know it's on a lot of people's bucket list. And but we'll see you in like a week and a half.
Well,
September.
2 weeks.
Yeah, September 9th. 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
2 weeks and a day. So and we'll see. We're gonna get some videos coming back. We've been a little mellow on the videos. We've had so much going on here at the house. So we just took a breather. That's just how we are. Okay, listen, that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
So
but there'll be more coming soon, and maybe even some stuff this week. There will be some stuff this week.
That's right.
But,
And remember to hit Sharon up, not only for the big group cruise, but any cruise from any place, anytime, anywhere, on any cruise line, sharonatsea@gmail.com. She's here. She's been crushing it full time. Your favorite travel specialist for 8 years now, 7, 8 years now. I mean, she just rocks it. So shoot her an email with any questions about any booking. And until next time, from all of us here at Sharon Travel, to all of you, from Sharon, myself, Lucy, from Callie, from Matthew, Nautical Nurse Nancy, thank you so much for being there on a Saturday
thank you,
morning. We
Nancy.
love you so much. And Leanne's not here, so don't tell her I said that. And I know she's busy moving in,
She
but
is.
we love you guys. We'll talk to you soon.
All right. Goodbye, everyone. I will say good night. I'll say good afternoon. Or see you in 2 weeks.
Have a great day. Enjoy football in 2
Have a
weeks.
great day.
And we'll talk to
Bye.
you.